Hey there, grumpy old fart here. I'm doing an unexplained phenomena. This one is in celebration of Halloween. I realized I had been rather lax in my holiday observation. Usually it's after the fact. So this time I figured I'd get a jump start and do one ahead of time. This is the red-eyed children of Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. Excuse me. As far as I know, this is the only place where red-eyed children are seen. I've done videos on black-eyed children and things like that, but let me just get into this. Excuse me. I really enjoy doing historic haunting videos, but the bad part is that it's really hard to find haunting or paranormal stories that have some documentation to them. Any fool can say they saw a ghost or a demon, and much of the video documentation online can be easily faked. I'm not saying it is, I'm saying it can be. I prefer something concrete, rock solid. The accounts that I enjoy are those with documentation and are verified by multiple witnesses. Excuse me. The accounts I treasure are those with military or law enforcement documentation. With reports and body cam footage, it's hard to refute law enforcement reports because faking those is a felony. It's one thing to say, yeah, I saw a ghost. It's another thing to put it in a police report. That's a felony. If they're faking that, it's a felony. So I was looking through some notes, old notes, and I found this one. This is a doozy. It's in celebration of Halloween, so hope everybody has fun. Camp Lejeune, North Carolina, is arguably one of the most famous military bases in the world. The men and women who serve there are among the finest in the world. They're some of the best they're the best of the best. If you can impugn their word, you better have some serious oomph to back you up. All right, now here we go. These stories of red-eyed children have been prevalent on that base for decades. Here's how it usually goes. After midnight, the military police dispatcher will get a phone call. Some local resident on base is calling about kids harassing people in the housing area or trying to gain entrance to a home. People claim that these kids with red eyes knock, excuse me, and then ask to be allowed in. Of course, the freaky look of those red eyes is a deal breaker, so the resident usually, they refuse the entry. I don't know that anybody's ever invited one in, which is a good thing. When that happens, the kids try to force the door to get in, which prompts the resident to call the police. It's usually between 3 and 8 of the kids, and the residents are really, really frightened. When the MPs show up, the kids are usually long gone. Because, I don't know if they're kids or not, but in that respect, they act like kids. Once in a while, they see a group of these kids either walking along a lonely lane or playing on the playground. Usually, they're on the playground. Now, curfew on Camp Lejeune is at 8 p.m. for young kids on base unless they're accompanied by an adult. The few times MPs have tried to approach the kids, these kids run off into the darkness or disappear between buildings. Usually the MPs just ignore them because tales of their exploits, their tales, the stories of them have propagated throughout the ranks. So if they show up and the kids are there, they just ignore them. Excuse me. I've done videos on demonic appearances and on the phenomena known as black-eyed children. Go and check those out. I would love to find out if these red-eyed children are related somehow to the black-eyed children. Maybe they're demonic. Who knows? Now, the local police, the local military police, law enforcement, they have a number of theories. The first is there's been a lot of people who were trained at Camp Lejeune who ended up dying in combat around the world. Maybe these ghosts, maybe these kids are a harbinger, or maybe a remnant of them, so it has something to do with that. many of the law enforcement officers seem to think they're demons, and that red-eyed children, yeah, that try to force their way in, yeah, that to me that seems very plausible. And I'm a Christian, so I'm not going to hide that. I did a video called Unexplainable Phenomena, Faith. Go check that one out. That's a good one. And the last theory that usually propagates among these law enforcement is the old standby. Aliens. Aliens, you know. I don't know. I honestly don't know. The black-eyed children seem more demonic than extraterrestrial. But again, who knows? The alien theory may hold water. The red-eyed children, I don't know of anybody who has seen one. I don't know. I mean, I'm not personally. But these law enforcement officers know about them. They're pretty regular occurrences on Camp Lejeune, and nobody's been able to approach them or talk to them other than the residents who refuse their entry into their homes. So, I don't know. If anybody else has any more information or any more, any different information, maybe I missed something or got something wrong, put it in the comments. All I know is that if you're on Camp Lejeune and it's Halloween and there's trick-or-treaters, check their eyes. I hope you guys have a great Halloween. I hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all.